friends. I'm here from Syndicate. We make novelty tissues. Each pack of tissues comes printed with, every tissue has a selection of phrases in your chosen language. What we're doing is we are helping people make the most of their holiday by giving them those choice phrases that they really need for the price and the simplicity of a pack of tissues. So first I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the market opportunity that we've identified. So Europe accounts for 25% of all of the global tissue sales. We're going to be releasing our tissues in mature markets in Western Europe, across France, Italy, Germany, Spain, and restricted areas of the United Kingdom. These have been identified as target countries as they are listed in the top 10 international tourism destinations, individually bringing in over 30 million tourists a year. According to the European Tissue Symposium in 2006, in Europe, pocket packs and boxes of tissues represent an annual total market valued at more than 1.4 billion euros. According to the same study, for both manufacturers and retailers, growth potential in the market remains substantial, with significant opportunities for increased usage and greater penetration. Our tissues have the features of both tissues and phrase books, making them the absolute best possible product for tourists going on holiday to a foreign country. Because of this, they occupy a unique position in the market by combining functions and benefits of both goods. We believe that many tourists, especially those on a short stay, are overserved by a traditional phrase book, as many of them will only actually use basic conversational phrases, all of which can be found printed on our tissues. So the next important point is the development of customer-based brand equity. The first stage we will look at is salience. Consumers need to know about semantics. Promotional activities and our poster campaigns will help consumers to recognise semantics as a brand. Performance. Consumers need to know our brand meaning and what our product actually offers. Our logo will aid customers into identifying our product offering, and our product packaging and recyclable logo will help enforce the functional needs our product meets. The style and design of our packaging will satisfy the aesthetic needs of our customer. The learning of another language will help satisfy utilitarian needs, as well as the hygienic needs that are already met by a standard packet of tissues. Imagery. Through advertising campaigns, we will help form associations and build awareness of semantics. Our aim is to convey how semantics enable tourists to experience a more cultural holiday, aiding in communication and interactions with people, as well as facilitating the learning of another language. These associations should enforce the social needs that semantics meets. Feelings. Semantics will aim to create positive attitudes to our brand by igniting emotional reactions to the brand, particularly through advertising campaigns. We hope for consumers to be excited by our packaging, creating a fun learning appeal and links to an enhanced cultural experience through the use of our tissues. Judgment. It's important that people recognise our brand as a positive attachment. Our product is unique and fulfills a job other brands do not, which will enhance our brand superiority. And our brand likability is targeted by combining learning in a fun and interesting way. The final stage is resonance. Consumers need to be able to identify with the brand. Semantics need to obtain loyalty from their customers. And we hope by creating brand awareness, using imagery related to associations, and producing a product of quality that meets the needs of tourists, consumers will build up a relationship with the brand. From this, we hope to increase repeat purchasing from customers going to different countries, and to build a positive affection for the company, as well as having our consumers spread their experience through word of mouth. The tissues will be priced at 99p or 99 cents, with the 9 ending for a discount bargain reception. This is approximately 50% more than the RRP of a Kleenex packet, as a result of the extra feature and the printing costs of semantics, and the lower economies of scale and distribution. We believe this price to be nevertheless competitive, as the novelty feature of the item differentiates it significantly from other tissue brands, leading to our target demographics' willingness to pay the additional difference. Retail channels. Although the main function of the tissues is still that of being used as a normal tissue, the added value that brings to our product is our language prints. So we're going to aim our main retail channels at places with high volumes of tourist traffic. These channels will then be small shops and newsagents in touristic areas around the target cities and regions, souvenir shops and newsagents in airports and major train stations, aeroplanes in the novelty travel accessory section of the onboard duty-free, and major on-time retailers and novelty items distributors, such as Amazon.com, findmeagift.co.uk, etc., etc. Distribution will be based on an indirect two-level system, with the producer manufacturing the goods and the distributing to the wholesaler in individual countries, who will then distribute them in turn to the retailers, who can supply them to the customer. And so, to conclude with our brand statement, for travellers and tourists, Semantics provides useful language phrases with your everyday pack of tissues. Make the most of your holiday with Europe in your pocket.
Thank you very much for your presentation. That was really interesting. I have a few questions now with the rest of my team that we're going to touch on. Firstly, what makes your product different? How does it compare to what else is found in the market? Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Okay, well, our points of difference are they have useful phrases in a foreign language, unlike regular tissues. And because they're associated with travel, we're going to sell them through different distribution channels than standard tissues, so that further differentiates them from the standard everyday packs you get in the supermarket. Our points of parity, so they fill the same standard function of tissues, and they're very similarly priced to our competitors' products, despite offering an additional feature and adding value.
Do you have a prototype I can have a look at?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. And can you run us through the packaging choices?
According to a study that we looked at done by the ETS, at the point of sale, shoppers take on average only 10 seconds to peruse the display and decide which tissues to buy. Most products are bought on impulse, so in-store visibility remains an absolutely key factor. Because of this, our packaging is really eye-catching in order to suggest to tourists that they're not standard tissues. So on the front we have our Semantics logo and tagline on the back to ensure maximum visibility, and a large flag pattern to suggest the touristic nature of the item and make it really obvious which language the customer is buying into. The back of the packaging explains the tissue's function in a friendly and casual manner to really appeal to the affections of the customer. And it ensures that the customer doesn't see the challenges of the learning elements as the new language is daunting.
So what about your branding? Can you tell us more about the name Semantics?
So there's a couple of reasons why we chose Semantics as our brand name. Firstly, there's the associations of the word itself, which means literally of words. So it really brings out the ideas behind the languages on our tissues. We've changed the spelling slightly to enable it to look more like a brand name with the C at the beginning. And we've used the X to finish off the word, because that then associates association with cleanliness and Kleenex, who are the brand leader. So this helps our brand to sound familiar in the tissue market, even for customers who have never seen it before.
How do you plan on protecting your idea?
Okay, so we're going to have intellectual property rights surrounding our product to protect against rapid imitation of our design, and our logo for Semantics and the design will be trademarked.
You've mentioned your promotion campaign a few times. Could you expand on the advertising model you will be utilising?
Methods we're going to use to promote ourselves are through PR, publicity and poster campaigns. We plan to send a team to the main airports to distribute Semantics for free to tourists on their departure. To make this memorable, our employees shall be dressed in the character of the country, in line with the images of our packaging, and should be open, friendly and enthusiastic. We hope through giving consumers the ability to trial Semantics, they'll be stimulated to purchase them more in the future. These point of purchase displays will have our posters nearby. The aim here is to build brand awareness and positive attitudes. Our adverts have been designed to ensure the visibility of the brand, enabling our product to be identifiable and memorable. For example, consumers can clearly relate to these characters sitting around a table eating and drinking, an image which is associated with a positive experience. Consumers can relate to this from a familiar situation, and the advert validates customer satisfaction from using Semantics, as the consumer claims how they've helped learn to speak French so well. Social approval of the product is reflected, as the friends are very impressed.
So we're ready to make our decision.
We're in!